Wineman TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is the Blue Collar Wine Show, where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. I am continuing to celebrate Washington Wine Month. March is the official Washington Wine Month. Waiting for my video to load for the Riesling episode that will go up tomorrow. This will go up Friday. I was telling him, taping it ahead of time because I've been struggling with VideoPad and getting it up onto YouTube, and I'm trying to figure all that stuff out. Like I said, if anybody out there can help me figure out VideoPad and all that stuff. I'm not a super technical guy, but I know enough to make me dangerous. One of the cool things about Washington State, and I've mentioned this many times before, is the ability of this state to produce many different varietals very well. They do Tempranillo, Grenache, Mourvedre, Cinsault, Cab, Merlot, Cab Franc, all quite well. And as a result, you get these great wines, a great diversity of wines from the state. Over 800 wineries. I'm pretty sure right now it's getting close to 900 wineries in the state. And, you know, of course, we know that not all of them produce stellar wines. But I have a beautiful lineup tonight. I'm excited about this one because these are producers that are well known for producing great wines. And these are all Bordeaux style blends. And what do we mean by Bordeaux style blends? We mean wines that have Cab, Merlot, Cab Franc, Petit Verdot. Those are the main grapes of most Bordeaux blends. And a lot of them will throw in Malbec, which is also one of the 5 grapes of Bordeaux. And a little known fact is actually Carmenere was a grape of Bordeaux at one time. So actually there's 6 original grapes of Bordeaux. They quit using Carmenere. They're replanting Malbec now, so you may see more and more Malbec in Bordeaux-style wines. So these are really actually true to Bordeaux style. They have all those grapes in them. They haven't thrown Syrah in there or anything like a lot of them do today. They're not cheap. They're up in the upper tier of wines. But the cool thing about this is you get, and of course we're going to review them and see if it's really true. But you get Bordeaux-style blends out of California. They're probably double the price of these. And you get a Bordeaux that shows the quality that I'm hoping these show. You're talking maybe 2 to 3 times more. So yes, Washington State produces great values. I remember we had a tasting one time with Chris Bartman, and he was presenting one of his wines, and it had received the same score as Screaming Eagle in the Wine Spectator. And it was in the $30 to $40 range. Screaming Eagle, of course, we know is $800 a bottle. So you kind of get the idea. I mean, you know, we all know that Napa Valley is very expensive real estate, expensive fruit, so forth and so on. We know there's not very many bottles out there that are worth that kind of money. If you have that kind of money and you can buy them, knock yourself out. Most of us don't have that kind of money. So let's get started right off the bat. We're going to go with the 2012 Bear Winery, B-A-E-R, Arctos Red. It is 65% Cab, 15% Merlot, excuse me, 10% Cab Franc, and 10% Petit Verdot. Bear is what we call one of those cult wineries. They get a lot of attention, great wines from this winery. They get a lot of high scores. I don't know if I should give you the prior scores for these wines or not. You know, that kind of thing just doesn't interest me, really. But if it does, you might make a comment. Do you want me to mention possibly the scores that these wines have received from people like Parker and the Wine Spectator? Or do you just want to find out how they come out on this show? Let me know. Comments, Twitter, whatever you want to do. Let's see what we get on the nose. I can actually smell it from here. I'm excited about this. Just deep currant with a little bit of bark and tobacco. Getting a little bit of licorice coming through. A little bit of black raspberry on the back end. I really like this wine. Let's see what we get on the palate. The predominant note on this wine is tobacco. I mean, it's like I'm chewing on a chunk of chaw with a little bit of burnt wood coming through, and currants and black raspberries. A great structure on this wine. It's actually, I think it's a little bit tight right now. It's 5 years old. Still though, good structure, smooth tannins. I mean, really smooth tannins. But with all that character, all that complexity in those smooth tannins, pretty amazing. Just a little bit of a Parazine green kind of thing on the back end, but hardly a predominant part of that. And you know what? You think I never did these before. I'm going to zoom in on this wine. $43. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes I get so excited. I was excited to do this episode. I really was. With these big bad boys. $43. So you get a little bit of that old world kind of char, tobacco thing, but then there's that fruit. There's that good currant, dark cherry, dark black raspberry flavors coming through. With just a little slough leaf at the backside. Very, very smooth front to back, good structure. It's kind of like a sleeping giant. You know, there's a lot more under there. Give this one another 5 to 10 years easy. It will definitely start developing. The complexity, the length of the finish is just pretty incredible. If I mentioned, it's Columbia Valley, huge appellation in Washington State. In fact, it's the biggest. So many sub-appellations are in Columbia Valley, including Walla, Rattlesnake Hills, Walluk Slope. The list goes on and on. There's so many, I can't even think of them all right off the top of my head. Yeah, just many, many sub-appellations. Snipes Mountain is in the Yakima, or in the Columbia Valley appellation. Just a lot of them. And Yakima. So I do like it when they mention specific vineyards and that. But the cool thing about all these wines too is they all mention the composition on the back. You know how I feel about that. I love it when they just put that on the label. It's very helpful to us as a consumer. You know, I think you all like that, just to be able to see what's in it. You know, that's a great wine. I think it's still sleeping a little bit. Hasn't come to life, hasn't woke up, showed all its colors, hasn't put its makeup yet on, the lipstick, or, you know, the nice shirt, good pants, and, you know, pumped up a little bit, maybe took a run. It's not there yet. But I'm still going to go A- on that wine. I like it a lot. I think it's a great bottle of wine. Let's move on. This winery I'm not that familiar with, Eisenhower Wild Thyme, 2014. It is 47% Merlot, 23% Cabernet Sauvignon, 21% Cabernet Franc, and 9% Petit Verdot. This rolls in at $36. Close up. Little shout out to Matthew for encouraging me to do this video. He dropped this bottle up and said, "Hey Stan, I want you to do this on YouTube. If you need any other samples in the higher scale, let me know." Well, I got them out of my cellar, so I'm good. But thank you for encouraging me to do that. Right now I'm loading up a video on YouTube. I'm hoping it gets up there. As I said, I've been struggling with that. It's really been a difficult thing for me. Let's see what we get on the nose. Entirely different. Entirely. I get a little burnt match component. Like roasted cherries and plums. There's definitely like almost like a bacon fat component You get that kind of, that smell of something that was, grilled in the pan, like bacon fat, like bacon, but not the bacon smell. Do you know what I'm talking about? But definitely like roasted plums and cherries. A little bit of vanilla action coming through. And some tobacco. So let's see what we get on the palate. Interesting nose. I'm curious, they're entirely different. Now this one had, 21% cab. More Merlot, I believe. Yeah, this is less Merlot, more cab. I always like that. It shows on the nose. That's badass. I'm glad I tasted them in that order. I mean, plush, but structured at the same time. It's like you're getting the best of two worlds. You're getting that great structure, it's a great solid wine, but yet it's still plush. You get that kind of char, that those plums are coming through big time, with a little cherry undertone. A little spice action, I'm getting a little bit of white pepper coming through. Little beets, like at the finish. Back end, you get like a, you get a can of those, not pickled, but just regular beets. I'm getting a little bit of beet action on this wine. This is very meaty. It has that solid kind of like a roasted meat in cherry and plum sauce with and somebody just cooked it a little too long on one side. You know how you do that? Once part of the backside of the steak is charred, the other side isn't, so that you can still eat it because, well, some people like that. But has that going on. Solid but very approachable tannins. They're certainly not tight. I don't get any grip action. Excellent flow, very seamless. Expands on the mid palate and finishes. I'm still tasting. That's where I'm getting really the beet, tobacco, cherry, plum thing going on the backside. Wow. And red flowers, which is really cool. So, God, you think I never did? On the Bear, I said A-. Yes, I did. On the Eisenhower, I'm going to go A+. Beautiful wine. And it's, a little bit, $6 less. $7 less. I do know math. Let's move on. Excellent wine. Both of these are great. Great show. Spring Valley 2012 Frederick red wine, Walla. Okay. Did I get the appellation on this one? Columbia Valley. This is Walla. So this is a part of the Columbia Valley, but of course way east and a little bit south. $49. This is 42% Cab, 30% Merlot, 17% Cab Franc, 8% Malbec, and 1% Petit Verdot. So this includes the Malbec. I don't believe either of these other two did. So that's cool. Very different style blends. Let's do a little rinse and I'll give you a little close-up. Okay, this rolls in at $49, so no chump change there. It's hard for me to tell on the screen if I'm seeing this. Sometimes I see these, pretty cool label, kind of old-fashioned, obviously that's probably Frederick. So let's see what we get on the nose. See, this is what I love about wine. Got three wines. Pretty much kind of different compositions, but the same grape. This one smells like a pile of tomato leaf and salal leaf and a little bit of grass. No, not grass. Maybe some Brussels sprouts, some asparagus, some spinach. It's all there. It's like a tossed array of veggies with a little black licorice and tobacco coming through. and definitely currants kind of riding underneath. They're not the prominent part of the nose. This is one of those wines, if you're not prepared for it, if you're one of those guys that smells your wine, hopefully you do smell your wine just a little bit before you drink it. Please smell your wine. It just enhances the experience. You know, you don't have to get all this stuff out of it. Trust me. You know, I don't even do it to impress anybody. I just do it because I like to do it. I get a kick out of it. I love finding these qualities in the nose. It's a great thing. And I know that because, you know, a lot of people come in the store, they read my signs, they really like it. They too, they practice trying to find those aromas out of them. But it's not, you know, you're not showing off. Really, you're not. You're not, unless you're like, think you're the king shit about the whole thing. You're not showing off. It's just a good thing to practice, you know. Smell the wine. Yeah. It reminds me a lot of a Cab Franc on the nose. Let's see what we get on the palate. Gotta read the alcohol on this. I felt a little bit of the alcohol kick on this one. 14.4. They can swing percent and a half, but a little bit alcohol. I get a little bit of that kind of liqueur thing going on the palate, but none of the green. Now that's really impressive to get that such green out of the nose and then not have it hit on the palate. Better acid than either of the other ones. I mean, this has a really vibrant spine. You know, it's like it carries that fruit. It lifts it in the mouth. I get red licorice. I get red and black currants. I get a little bit of cherries. And sneaking underneath all of that is just like, because this is a layered wine. These are all layered wine, but this has layers. It has that kind of red and black currant, the red licorice, red flowers, big time. Almost like, yeah, big time red flowers underneath. A little bit of cranberry coming through, but it's not tart at all. Don't get me wrong, not tart. And then underneath all that is kind of a tobacco element coming through also. What a nice lineup. It's always nice when you do these and it's like, wow. Wow, what about showing off Washington wines in a big way? And a lot of these wines, I mean, would be twice the price out of California, out of Napa Valley, and out of Bordeaux. There's even a little blackberry component coming through, kind of melted in there. When you have that much complexity, all those different flavors, that's a great wine. That's an interesting wine. We love to drink those wines. You're saying, well, it's 50 bucks. Yeah, it is 50 bucks. You could, with that acidity on this wine, this will lay longer than either one of those. Yeah, this is sleeping. I said it's kind of like not ready to get going yet. This is not sleeping. It is just out there. It's like, bam, I'm going to be beautiful for a long time. You know, just watch me. That's that wine. It is. It's got 10 to 15 years in it with that acid, but it is showing beautifully now. Lifted, bright, beautiful, good flavors. I have to go AA plus on that wine because I can see the potential big time, and it's really good now. Great food wine, by the way. If you're having some company over and you want to spoil them a little bit, you want to show off, or you know you're going to buy a gift for your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, or whatever, and you know they like a big fat steak and you want to get a great wine, that would be the one to go with it. I'm just saying. Thanks for watching. Hook me up on Twitter at StanWineman. Read my blog, StanWineman.com, the blue collar wine guy, where I post things about wine and, you know, just other stuff. You keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.
Cheers.